Okay, I have started the recording. Okay, last time call everyone. Give me a second. Guys, you can mute. Okay, fine. So, guys, in yesterday class, we have discussed the GitHub requirement, right? So, I have already shared the URL with you, right? So, when you open this URL, you will get the repository requirement. Okay, there are multiple requirements here. In the reference, when you go to the reference, you can see there are multiple requirements like to create the organization, package, project, pools, rate limit, reaction, repository, right? So a repository is easy to understand. Okay, so that's why I have picked up. And if you want to do the practice some other, you can do that. Okay, but I would recommend please make confident in one requirement. Okay, if you are very much confident in any of the requirement, then move to the next next type of the requirement. Okay, so I think in yesterday class we have seen the post call, how you can create the repository inside the organization. Okay, and also we have seen the which one, yeah, the get a repository by using the repo name. Okay, so I in yesterday class I have told you that why we are fetching the data based on the repository name, right? In earlier example you have seen that we are using the id, here, the employee id, any object id you have to pass, that is the primary key, right? So what reason I have provided you, like what is the reason behind that, why the GitHub using the repo here? Why
because
they are using the repository name here?
because in the requirement repository name was unique, so we pass repository name.
Exactly, because the repository name is the unique in this requirement. You can't create the duplicate repository. It is like the primary key, right? So that's why they have used the repository name in the URL, right? So this thing is decided by the client, right? On what basis he want to filter out the data. Okay, if let's suppose if we have the duplicate repository, so is this solution will applicable? No. In that case you will get the multiple data, right? There is a chances to get the multiple data, right guys?
Could you repeat please, like?
If let's suppose we don't have the requirement of the duplicate, means you can create the duplicate repository, so in that case can we use the repository here?
No, we can't
No.
use that because
No,
we won't
because
get the
it will,
unique.
it yeah the requirement is basically you need the unique data, right? And you, if you pass the repository name that is not unique, so there is chances that you will get the multiple data, right? Now now we are moving to the next requirement, that is yeah, the list of the organization, how I can get the list of the organization. Okay, so this is your get call which we have discussed yesterday. Let me save this call. Okay, so what name I have to put it here? Get the, tell me guys.
List of repository, like.
No, no, it is not the list of repository, it is
Get the
individually I am
unique.
getting.
Get the unique. Get the repository.
Get the
Get the
repo,
repository.
using the repo name. You can give any name, it's up to you guys, but try to give some proper name. So get the repo using the repo name. Okay, so I will save inside the git repo. Okay, and save it. Okay, so I have saved. Right now, let's create the new request. So here, now you guys help me how I can map this requirement. Now quickly tell me what I have to do.
Like accept, you have to select in headers and value
First,
name.
we have to select the get method, right? So you have to go and select the get method as per the requirement. So this is the get method, and here you can see they have provided the resource, right? So you have to find out the URL, the base URL. So in your project, you can get it from your developer. Okay, so if you get base URL, you have to pass it here in the URL section. Okay, so this is your base URL. Right now you have to get the organization, resource URL. What is your resource? Okay, so I will copy this resource and I will pass it here. So guys, tell me what is the dynamic value here? The organization name, right?
Organization.
Name. So what basically this call will do, this will fetch all the repository which are created inside this organization, right? So what is your organization name which we are using? We are using API test org. In your case, you have to pass your organization. Okay, so I will copy the API test org1 and pass it here, and let me pass it here. Okay, so yeah, I have passed. Now moving to the next part of the requirement. So what is the next part? The accept you have to pass. Okay, so you are going to the header section and you are passing the accept here. Accept. Okay, you select this value, whatever they have provided. You can copy this value, go and copy and pass it here. Okay, pass it here. Now the organization is already defined in the URL, right? Now the type. Okay, we will not discuss the type. Actually, we will discuss up to it. Okay, so now you can see if I call this thing, call this a particular request. So can you see the response? You will get the all the organization, all the repository name which is created inside this organization, right? If you want to get the data of different organization, then what you have to do, you have to change the organization name. Okay, so let's suppose I want to fetch the repository in which are created inside the Sahavika. So what I have to do here, I have to change the name. Okay, so Sahavikas and call. Oh, repository
Slash
you are.
slash you have to give after Savikas.
Okay, sorry, my bad. So I will pass the uh, again it's showing mistake. So let me copy the correct URL. Correct. Here I have copied, and I think it is same actually. That's the name. Okay, and GitHub repo. Okay, let's try to call. GitHub Docs REST API REST list organization. Okay, I think guys, this is the default organization, right? So that's why it not taking here. It's showing me the error message not found, right? So anyway, at least if you are create some other like manually, if you create, so it is working for that organization. Okay, so let me rename this thing. Okay, so this is your organization, and when you call you will get all the data, right? So if you want to create any other organization, you can create and you can add the repository and you can try to fetch the data. Okay, now moving to the next part, here you can see that type is one name inside the parameter table. Type is one name, it is an string and it is an query. The query means you have to pass this thing into the query param. Okay, now you can go through the description. What description exactly it asking? Okay, it specifies the types of repository you want return can be one of all public, private, fork, source, member, internal, right, note for GitHub AE, and can be one of the all Git. Okay, so it asking that what like when we are creating the repository, right? So I think here have you seen here the repository is private. We have one private property, right? So you can pass when you are creating that repository, right? So you are selecting private as a false or private as a true. Okay, so you can filter out the data based on that here. Okay, so you can pass the type here, pass the type here where in the query param. In the query param, go to the query param and pass the key, pass the key, and let's suppose you want to fetch the private data, the repository which is private. Okay, so what you will do, you will copy this and you can paste it here. Okay, now let me call and see I'm able to fetch the data or not successfully. So it's showing me the blank data. Let me uncheck and again call, and let me apply the filter as a private. Yeah, private is there and this is false. Okay, what exactly this requirement is asking? Specify the types of the repository. Okay. Note for the GitHub can be one of all, private, for source, member, default all. If your organization associate with the enterprise, okay, then type access token. So give me a second. Let me type pass all here and let's try to call. So you can see it here when I'm passing the all as per the requirement. Here you can see all I have passed. You can see the all the data, right? So let's try to filter out with public. Okay, public, public. Okay, and let's try to call. Here you can see I get the public data. I get the public data by applying the filter. Okay, I don't know why private is not working. Okay, so in the real time you will get the key and what exactly value you have to pass, they will also provide you. Okay, so here you can see it here. Let's suppose sorting, sort. So you can see sort, string, and the query can be one of created, updated, pushed, full name, right? Default should be created. So when I'm using this sort property here, sort, okay, so I will go to my postman and I will pass sort here. Okay, so you can see what value I can pass as per the requirement: created, updated, pushed, full name, and I will let copy this created and pass it here. Pass it here and let's try to call. So guys, tell me, what did you mean by this particular property? Anyone can explain me? What did you mean by this?
The repositories which we created,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's I understand. But what is the meaning of this particular
it is
parameter?
sorting. It is sorting
What?
based on like whether the repository was created or it was like updated one after
Exactly.
creation.
So have you
Uh,
seen the functionality in the UI when you are doing the UI testing? We have one sorting arrow, sorting symbol, upward and the downward arrow, right? I think you have seen in your application. When you clicking on that particular field, the data will get sort, in the ascending order, in the descending order, like, agree? Have you seen this type of feature or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Sorting feature, you can sort your data. So what basically sorting functionality is, anyone can explain me? Means if you talk about UI perspective.
it is sorting in ascending or descending order of the items.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So let's suppose we have the multiple columns, multiple. I can't show you any application which have the sorting feature. uh, ta, 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 any application. No, 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 no. I don't have remember actually. It is in the real time we have, but okay. Let's suppose Flipkart. I think we have or not. I don't know exactly.
Price or brand we can sort there to high to low.
Yeah, yeah. Let's try. Let's try to sort. Okay, so let's suppose you want to filter out the mobile. Okay, sure. Something like you will get the arrow icon. I think this is for the actually collapse, right? But I think something you will get in the real time actually.
If we will select any product and then we will do then we can do the sorting. Suppose
Yeah,
we are
let me
selecting
do
fully
that.
automatic front load machine.
No, they are
Yes, at the
using
top.
Sort by at the top.
At the top. Yeah, sort by.
where? Yeah, here sort by. Let me. I think this is disabled. I can't able to click. Okay, so basically you will see the sorting, we have the difference column, right? You can see it here, sort by popularities, price to high. So if I click on the price low to high, it will sort your data from, low to high. You can see it here, 14,1999, and you can see it here, the second price, second TV price is 15,200, and the third price is 16,290. So when I click on the low to high, so all the search result get sorted accordingly, right? I'm not asking alpha, alphabetically or in the descending or in the, increasing order. It depends how they have implemented. It depends on the behavior. Agree? Agree, guys?
Yes.
So if I click on the high to low, you can see it here. You can see it here. The highest price TV get displayed at the top, and below that you will get the lowest, not the lowest, just lower price. 4,70,900, and you can see the, and when you go down up, the next result, when you click on the next, the last page, you will see the lowest price. You will see the lowest price. Okay, So if you check like what is the newest in the market, which which TV is launched newly in the market, right? So you can also sort based on that. If you want to check which is very popular in the market, popular in the sense the TV which is mostly purchased by the customer, okay, so you will see you can sort that particular object based on that. Same concept here. Your requirement is asking that you can sort the sort the object, you can sort the data based on the created, updated, whose full name and default should be created, right? So that means that you can sort your data based on the created. So what it means actually, the data, the data which is created recently, that will display at the top, right? Have you remember that this data I have created the latest one yesterday, I think. Agree?
Yes, Vika.
So what I can do, let's try to create another data, another repository. Let's suppose the repository name is, I'm trying to create the repository name BIE test, something like that. I'm trying to create, okay? Let's call. You can see it here, data get created and you will get the response as a 201, right? So when you apply the sorting feature as a created, and let's try to sort. Can you see this data? API test B5 test at the top, right? So this is at the top. When you go down, can you see this? Now this data comes at the second position. Okay, now you can see before that I have created this data API test B5 yesterday. Okay, so like that you can sort your data, and we have multiple values. Based on that you can sort the data. Let's suppose I want to get the latest updated data, the repository which is recently updated. So if I call, so actually you can see it here, this repository I have created recently, so they are considering as also as a updated. Okay, so that's why it's showing at the top. Okay, what I can do, let's try to update one repository and then we can sort based on that. When we look into the patch call, then we can discuss this thing again. Okay, so similarly in the real time you will get the name and the value, and based on that you can update, you can fetch the data. Okay, so now there is one more parameter, direction. So what the direction is asking, please explain me guys. Do not try to understand whole thing, just try to understand only concept, what basically it is doing. In the real time you have to understand your application, your functionalities actually. Okay, so tell me what this mapping says, the direction.
It can be alphabetically ascending or descending.
So this particular parameter is asking you that you can filter out the data based on the ascending and the descending. Okay, so what I will do, let me remove the other property and let me apply only this one. Okay, and what value you have to pass in the real time, they will also provide you the value.
Ascending or descending, ASC or DES?
So ASC or DSC. So what I will do, I will go ASC and try to filter out the data. let's look into the data. Yeah, so you can see it here, API test 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is, you know, at the top. When I go down, yeah, you can see test API repository. Okay, similarly, when I and what is the top, what is the lower value? What is the lower value? Let me check. What is the lower repository name? Give me a second. So let me find. So you can see this is the which display at the bottom. Okay, what I will do here, I will change the, where is the header param section, and what is the value for the descending? I will pass this thing as a descending here. Okay, and try to call. Can you see it here, guys? This data in the ascending order, it was at the bottom. Now it displaying at the top. Right? And
This
when
is
you go down and look at the lower data, you can see it here. Yeah, API 1, 2, 3. That data was displaying at the top. Now it is at the bottom. Okay, so like that you can check the sorting order, you know, ascending and descending, right? And we have one more mapping per
Vikas,
page.
excuse
Yes,
me,
sir.
Vikas. This is direction is as per number, like from smaller to largest, or as per the record, like latest created or latest updated.
No,
This
no, no, no. This
this
is whatever the record you have. It is in the actually when
as
using the
per
full
ID,
name, based on the name, actually based on the name, you can see it here.
like it is
Based on
deciding.
the name, whatever the repository name, based on that it will decide the ascending and descending order.
But like here we are having alphanumeric name, but if we are giving full string, then how may it be like?
Okay, so it descending based on the ASCII.
As per, I just want to clarify,
Well,
like it is as per ID or as
yes,
per, yeah, what?
ASCII table. So you will get the ASCII table. You can see it here, the ASCII value. Give me not this one. Let me try to open another one. Give me a second. Let me open this table. Yeah, here you can see your ASCII table. Okay, so this is American Standard Code for Information Interchange. Okay, so they will assign every character having some numeric value. You can see the ASCII table here. Where is the ABCD? Yeah, here you can see for the A, the value is the 97, for the B 98, for the C 99, right? And for the capital it is 65. For the capital, if you are passing with the capital value, like the repository name start with the capital, so it will consider as a 65. Basically internally the calculation is happening based on this value, whatever the value you have added here. Okay, so what I will do here, I will create one repository, and the repository name is Let's suppose 97. Let's suppose it start with JAD. We can take it JAD. Okay, that the code is 122. Okay, so I will take the name as a JAD Rapo. Okay, and try to create. Okay, I have created one repository, right? And the name start with JAD Rapo. And what is the JAD ASCII value? The code is 122. So it is greater than A value and capital A value 65. Agree?
Yes, yes.
Agree, guys? Now what I will do, I will try to sort. I will try to sort this thing. I will let's suppose ascending. Ascending means increasing order. So descending means the highest value display at the top, right?
Yes.
Agree?
Agree.
So what
Yes.
I will do, I will try to call and check. Can you see it here? The highest value is at the top. Because what is the JAD value? 122. Okay. Similarly, if I change the name here, is the change the ascending A as C, right? Now you can see that repository, it will display at the bottom. I think here you can see. So basically it's the requirement will say based on which particular key it will get ascending and it will get descending. So you can see based on the full name, right, it will display in the ascending form and it will display in the descending form. Clear,
And
sir?
if we add 1, 2, 3 also in this name, then it will calculate complete SI value.
It will calculate the whole XI value. Okay, but that is internally happening actually. The developer which has implemented that is internal. So thus try to understand by taking only one character.
So we should
Okay.
assume like it will like generally by alphabetically we can do sorting.
Yeah, alphabetically.
Okay, and one
Okay.
thing more, like I was doing this operation in this like if we select type as private, and I have also created private repository before this, so it was showing me all the repository, private and public both. So it is not sorting like selectively.
So what you are asking, give me a second. You are asking that you have selected the type. Okay.
Type as private, and I have also made a private repository before this in GitHub.
Asking that you have selected the private here, right, and you are trying to send. So in my case I'm
if
getting
you have
actually yeah, if I have private, then it will show the private repository. Then what is the question, sir, where you are facing the issue?
Actually it is showing public repository also completely. What I assume is that if I add header as type private, then only private repository should come, but it is showing public also.
Yeah, actually what happens, sir, actually there are some other condition also actually in this particular mapping, the type. So you have to understand the Git requirement carefully, and you have to create the repository in such a, because we have only passed couple of name, like name, description, homes, and the private. We have not passed all the values, right? So we have create the repository accordingly actually, right? When you completely understand the GitHub requirement and try to create based on that, you will definitely get. Okay.
So it is not doing selective search.
But
no,
in the
it is-
real time, if you have did all the things correctly and you are trying to filter out, right, and you are getting the not the appropriate result, then it is considered as a bug. Okay, so the error, so you are asking that you have created the private and you have applied the query param as a private only, not public, and in the search result you are getting the public also.
Yes.
Agree?
Yes. Yes.
So if you are getting such type of issue in the real time project, then if you have all the things you have created, correctly, and you are getting this type of result, then it is considered as a bug. Then the query param is not working perfectly. The developer has implemented. Then you have to report this issue.
So later,
Okay?
after class, I can discuss with you.
Yeah. You can show me the actually result, and then we can go through that. Okay.
Okay.
So now you can see direction clear. Okay. Now, have you seen the functionality of the pagination in your UI?
Yes.
Right. So I think result per page 100 integer. Okay. Page number. Okay, so have you seen one functionality in your application? Somewhere at the bottom, you will get one drop down, one pagination drop down, and where you will get the 100, 100 and 50 and 20 and 30 like that. If you select 100, then it will display 100 data on your page. If you select 30, then 30 result will get displayed. Have you seen this type of behavior in your UI? Like,
Yes.
so you will get something like one small fields are there, right? And in that drop down, you will get different value like 100, 50, 30, 20. So if you select 20, then 20 data will display on the page. If you select 30, the 30 data will get display on the page, right? The same things here. You can see per page, and it is an integer data type, and where you have to pass query, not in the header. Okay, do not get confused that we are passing inside the header. It is an query. Okay, if you are asking to your client that we are using the per page in the header, then it is totally wrong actually. Okay, then you are doing the
चिल्लाते जा रहा है बदतमीज नहीं तो
guys, you can mute.
जब तेरे से कह रहा है धीरे बोलना, मैं तो ना तो क्लास का सुन पा रही हूँ, बदतमीज.
Okay, so in the where I was, yeah, whatever the value you will select, you will get that that number of result into your page. Correct. Now you can see it here. Per page is one parameter, and it is an integer, and where you have to pass the query inside the query, and result per page is max 100, maximum 100 you can pass. Okay, what you will do, what I will do per page, guys, you can mute please. Turki, you can mute. Ma'am, you can please mute. So what you can do per page, so I will copy the per page and pass it here, and per page, let's suppose I am passing 10. Okay, by default, let's see what happened. Let me call. I am not passing any query param. Okay, let's try to call. So let me copy the whole object and go to the Google and type JSON editor online. So editor online. Yeah, paste the thing here. Now try to click on the tree. So guys, can you tell me how many repositories are there?
26.
26. If I manually go and check, I have to everything I have to collapse. So that's why I have taken this application help. Simply I have pasted and I can go to the tree. You will get the how many objects are there. So there are 26 repository. 26 repository here. So let's suppose I'm trying to add the filter per page 20 or 10, right? And let's try to call, right? The data get displayed, and let's copy and go here and let's go to the tree and Control A and paste and try to count. Can you see the data here, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
10. Okay, now try to, if you want to change with 1. Okay, so what you will do, can you see it here how many data get displayed? Let me copy this thing and go here and paste it here. One, right? Similarly, as per the requirement, you have to check the maximum. So guys, one general question I'm asking you, to check with the maximum value, what you have to do?
Don't put any filters.
No, that is not my answer. I want to check the maximum capacity. That is 100. Or let's suppose I want to check 99.
We can put it in the param.
In the param, okay, I have put it in the param. So you are asking that I can put 100 here, right? Correct?
Yes.
Okay, let me call. So data get displayed. I will copy this data and go to the JSON editor online and go here in the editor and pass it here. Okay, now try to check. 26 data still there. Why it is not 100? Tell me.
Because
I
there
have
are only
passed query
26
param and 100.
because there are only 26 repositories, so we'll be getting that.
Exactly. There are only 26 repository. How do you get, how can you get the 100? It's the simple common sense, right? So that's why that the question I have asked you, if you have to check the maximum value, then how you can check?
We can give any random highest value.
So we need to add
I have to
101
check 100
repositories.
value. I have to check 100 value.
We need to add so many repositories.
We have to add more than 100 repository or 100, right? After then you can test, right?
Not understood.
Okay. So you can see it here when I'm passing the 100 value, what exactly it means? Tell me.
We can use max keyword, right?
Where you can use max keyword?
Where we pass 100.
Okay, if it is part of your requirement, then if it is not, then you can't. Okay.
Okay.
Let's suppose, but I think it will not accept if I pass the max here. This simple like a string actually. Okay.
We can give per page as say 20 and check for whatever we have here now.
No, I'm asking, I'm giving the answer of that particular question. Sir, tell me, if I pass the 100, then what exactly it means?
Means maximum 100 result we are asking per page to.
So it asking this particular scenario, it asking to you that per page, please display the 100 data. Agree?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So tell me when the 100 data will get displayed.
If they would be equal or more, if
If we
it would
have
be equal to
100
100.
data, in that case, you will get the 100 result in that page, right? So if let's suppose if you don't have 100 data, if you have 20, 30 data, if you pass 100, then it will show 100 result? No, it will only show the data which you have created, like 20 or 30, right?
Yes.
Right. So to test this functionality as a boundary scenario, like in the boundary scenario, what you are doing? You are testing with the minimum value and we are testing with the maximum value, right? Minimum value, you can do it by creating, couple of repository and you can test it. But how do you test the maximum scenario? Maximum value, you have to first create, as a pre-request you have to create the repository that is 100 or more than 100, right?
Yes.
Right. After that you can test the maximum scenario, right?
Right.
The same thing I was explaining. And default, if you are not passing, if you are not selecting any value, 30 would be displayed by default on the page.
Here limit is maximum 100 only, no? So if we add more than 100, will it be displayed or not?
So if you have more than 100, let's suppose you are trying with 100 or 01. 100 is 01. Now you tell me as a tester. If you are getting 101 result in the page. Let's suppose you pass 101 and you are getting 101 101 result in the page, right? Then it is a bug or functionality. Tell me.
Functionality.
Functionality?
It's a bug.
101
It's a
we are
bug.
getting.
It's a totally bug. What is the requirement is asking you? The requirement is asking to you that maximum we can apply the filter 100. So it already decided your, let's suppose I'm giving you one, you are participating in one competition, okay, where I have given you one guideline. If you go more than 10 kilometer, I will disqualify you, right? So could you go more than 10 kilometer? No. If you are going more than 10 kilometer, then you will get disqualified. Same situation here. What is your requirement is asking to you? The requirement is asking to you, you can test with 100 user maximum. If you are passing more than 100 and you are getting the result, right, more than 100, then it is a bug. Not critical bug, not P1 bug. It is a low priority bug at least. But it is a bug because it not meeting your requirement. Clearly?
Okay, clear.
So if you are passing, let's suppose as a tester, what you are doing, you are passing like a 150. Now, what you are expecting, guys, and your maximum capacity is 100 as per the requirement. Now tell me, what did you expect in the response? Tell me.
it should not return the result. It should throw some error.
No, 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 no. It will not return any error message. It will not return any error message.
In
It
this
will
API,
return. It will return 100 only.
but this
If
is
you
maximum
pass,
value, no?
But this is a maximum value, no? So as per the requirement, the max only 100 we can pass. So
yeah,
more than
yeah.
100,
As
if
a
we are trying
tester,
to pass, it should not.
if you are let me complete, ma'am. If you are passing more than, if you are passing 100, then you are getting the 100. And as a tester, what you are doing here, you are passing more than 100 value. Let's suppose 200 or 300. But as per the requirement, it should only display 100 data in the result. Clear? You will not get any error message, something like that. You will get the, what is your requirement? The requirement is 100 max you will get on the page. 100 max. So if you are passing 200, 300, only 100 you will get in the result. If you are getting more than 100, then it is a bug in the search result. Okay. So like that, you can map the per page. And the page is one functionality. I have also not gone through the page. Let's see what exactly page is doing. Page. I'm using the page. You guys can help me what exactly this is. Integer query page number of the result to be fetched. So if I pass 1, then what happened? Let's see. I'm also not aware of this functionality. I'm also not aware of this functionality. It's okay. Let's try to pass. Let's try to pass 3 here. What happened? Let's see.
I think per page and this one are interlinked because
Yeah.
what we set
I
and
think.
we get.
Yeah, it asking that, like you can see at the bottom when you go here, you can see the pagination feature, right? Agree? So it asking, this requirement is basically asking to you that if you pass the page parameter and if you pass 1 or 2 or 3, so it will display the first page data. What are the data in the first page you will get displayed. If I click on the second, you will, it displaying the second page data. The same functionality is here. If I pass 1, right, so it will display it is still loading actually. Yeah, you can see it here, guys. Whatever the data on the first page, it get displayed, right? So let me copy this data and go to the JSON editor and go to the code section and paste it here. Oh, let me again copy. What happened here? Give me a second. Where the new requirement gone? Yeah, this one, right? So copy the whole data, go here and paste it here. Okay, now go to the tree. 26. So guys, you are the tester. Now you tell me when I am passing 1 page as a 1, so it displaying 22. When I'm passing 2, it displaying me 0. No, nothing there. The empty. If I pass 3, it is again blank. No, you are the tester. Even I don't know this functionality before taking this class.
Only
Now,
26 items present. That is why. And
No.
that is being displayed in first page only.
one by one, guys. My question is, let's again understand the question. My question is, I am using this particular parameter. If I am passing 1, then I am getting 26 result, right? When I am passing 2, it's showing me the 0. When I'm passing 3, it's showing me the 0. Why? What is the exactly behavior? Why it's showing like that? Now tell me, based on this requirement, read this requirement and ask me.
Per page there is a default 30, and we are not set that one, the query parameter. So it is taking like per page 30 items will be displayed. So there are 26 items.
Exactly. Correct. You observe the thing nicely, right? Even I don't know before taking this class actually, right? So because I have used the page first time in my query param. Okay. So exactly, ma'am. So you can see per page requirement is 30. So you have in the first page, you have only 26 data. So tell me, in the second page, how many data you have?
0.
Obviously 0. If I create the data more than 30, right? Then tell me, let's suppose you have 32 repository. Now tell me what how many result in the second page?
2.
2. Right. So right now we have only 26 in the first page. In the second page we have 0. Right. So if you create the repository more than 30, then you will get the, you can see I have only 26 repository are there. Okay. If I create some more repository, then if you pass 2 or 3, you will get the data.
Because can you make that per page 10 and then provide this query also, and we'll see we should get like 3 pages.
Yeah, exactly. You can apply the scenario like that, like 10, and then here you can pass as a 1. Let's suppose 1. So per page
10 will
okay.
10 will display 10 objects.
Let's try to call. So let me copy and pass it here. Can you see it here? 10. Right. If you pass here, now guys tell me there are how many repository? 26, and per page I am displaying 10. Per page I am displaying 10. Then in the first page 10. Then what is, if I change here 2, then how many data would get displayed here?
10.
Again 10. Again 10. Let me copy and go to the here and pass it here, and you can see 10. Now tell me, if I pass here 3, now
6.
tell me how many data
6.
will get displayed?
6.
So let me copy and let me go here and paste it here. 6 data. So like that you can, you are doing the same thing in the front end. You are doing the same thing in the front end, like the pagination functionality you are testing, right? So in the back end, you can test the pagination sorting functionality like that. If it is not working in the back end, then it is definitely not work in the front end also. Okay. Now,
So number of records is getting split into per page, is it?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now we are moving to the, this requirement is done, right? Now give some name here. So in the real time, if you have get something like type and you will get some value, so you have test with one and then mix of other, right? And then you can first you can check with one query param, then you can use the multiple query param, right? You can apply the scenario like that. Now you have one question that, now you guys tell me why I have to pass only max 100, why I have to pass only default as a 30, why I am using created here, why not some other value, why it is public here, why I am using sort here, why it is only direction here, tell me.
It is
So
the
the
requirement given
requirement
by
states
client.
that. Like,
Exactly, this is your requirement, we are not deciding this thing, right? We are not deciding the single thing here, right? So developer has following this requirement. After implementing this particular service, you are testing this implementation by referring this requirement, and you are expecting that developer has also followed the same. Okay, so in your mind you have the question, why I'm using this particular value, why not some other, right? So this is your requirement actually, guys, right? That's why. So that's why I think now you can understand from the beginning of the class why I'm asking everything is the requirement. Now you guys can understand me that why I'm asking, it depends on the requirement, it depends on the requirement. And you will also think like, sir, everything you are asking depends on the requirement, why? So you can see the example here. The things are not decided by me actually, the things are decided by the client actually. Okay, now you can only apply the scenario based on the whatever they have provided. You can apply the scenario only, it's up to you what scenario you can apply. Okay, now guys, tell me the name of this particular request, what name I have to put it here.
Get the repository by query parameters.
Yes, get the repo using the query param, save it, right? Now moving to the next requirement, next mapping sheet. Guys, now you can tell me the first requirement which I have shown you, that one was easy or this one is easy?
This one.
Where everything you will get the ready-made one.
That one was easy. Here we have to map everything.
First one is
That
easy.
one was easy.
First one is easy, right? Here you have to understand the things very carefully, and then you have to map each and every property and key and value. You have to pass accordingly actually. And in the first requirement, the ready-made things were there. You have to just copy and paste, and you have to apply the scenario, right? In some of the small company or even in the big company also, the first requirement is followed. Okay, in some of the company they are following the second requirement which I have already shown you, and this is the third requirement, right? Now we are moving to the next part.
Because will you tell
Yeah.
like how we'll be writing the actually test case, because I think this approach might be different, right, for writing the test cases for API test case writing, or it is
Actually, to write the test cases, how you are writing the test case
We
in
are
the manual
writing
testing?
like, yes, manual is like we'll get was as per like check the max field, this one. But here like field wise we'll be checking, because the test case writing might be little tedious job over here. So I just wanted to know
Yeah,
one
the
template, like how you will be, how we'll be usually like approaching to write the test case.
actually in my real time I have not written the test case actually, because we are
Then
having the requirement sheet and just map in the postman based on the scenario. Okay,
so
so
no
if
need
you
to.
want to write the test case, yeah, it's up to you. Generally, ma'am, yeah, you it is like the tough to write the test case, right? So
Yes,
we
that
can
is.
consider this thing as a requirement and also a test case. You can consider we are directly mapping these things into the postman or any tool. We are directly mapping. So based on whatever the the cases, we can create the request like that. Okay, and
Okay.
let's suppose you want to write the test case in your company. Generally, not right, but if they want, then now you guys help me to write the test case. I have explained you everything. Now you guys help me to write the test case. So
Sir, if
I
there is
will
some kind of template, that would be a easier method so that we can like take the reference and design the proper test cases for the current requirement. Is that possible?
come again, sir.
Sir, I said ki, if I took it as an homework, can you provide some kind of template or some of the dummy test cases for
Okay, okay,
APIs
I got it.
the
Actually, sir,
reference
the
and
truth is, actually, I have never worked on the test case because I'm totally automation side. So I have never written the test case. But if you're asking that we need one dummy template so that as a reference, you can add some other scenario. So okay, I will provide you. Okay, I will provide you the dummy template. It's simple, guys. If I provide you the dummy template, right, you can, it's simple how you are writing in the real time for the manual test case, the serial number, and then I think test
Case
description,
ID. Yeah.
test id, test description,
Description.
something like that. And then
Yeah,
what you
that
have.
that no, here inside like test cases while writing, how we'll take each field, like the validation part, how we'll be adding. Uh, because now in real time there might be like more than like 200, 300 fields, or 400 might be some of the.
Okay, I got it. So I can do the one thing. I right now I don't have the template. Okay, how you can create the test case actually. But if you are interested, then I will create one dummy template and provide you. Based on that, you can create. Okay, you can
Okay,
take as
thank
a
you.
reference. So give me a couple of days. I will try to create actually, because in the real time it's rarely used actually, madam. So that's a, because it will take, we have 200s of the property. Let's suppose, you have in the body you are using right now we have 4 to 5 I have used, but in the real time, let's suppose we have um, um, uh, 10 properties, 20 properties, 30 properties. So in that case, we are not wasting time to write the test case for each and every property, right? Then each and every property have on scenario, like for the name what you will do here, then check with the maximum, minimum, alphanumeric and numbers for this field, then again for this field, then again for this field, right? Agree?
Yes.
So it will be very hectic. So that's why we are not using, we have the requirement sheet, we are directly mapping that thing into our tool. Okay, but if you are interested, then I will share you one dummy template you can refer. Okay, clear?
Okay.
Okay, so let's move to the another part of the requirement. Let me find the updated one. Where is the updated one? Here, the updated one. So I think one person asked me, can you also show me how you can update the repository? Okay, so guys, quickly tell me how I can map this thing. Quickly tell me.
Patch method.
Okay, so what method I have to use it here?
Patch.
We'll go here and select the patch first. Okay, right, correct. Now other thing.
Then base URL of your
Base
repository.
URL and the resource, right? So
Resources.
what I will do here, I will copy the base URL. I will copy this my base URL. This is your base URL, and we'll go here and pass it here. And what value you have to pass, right? So you can. So there are two dynamic values.
Dynamic
now you guys
values.
Tell,
Organization
this is
and
as a
organization.
And this is your repository name, right? So what is your organization name? So let me copy the organization name. This is your organization name, right? So copy this organization name, go it here and double slash I have used and change it here. And what is the repository name? What is the repository name? Let me go here. I have created this repository, right? I will copy this repository and will go here and pass it here. Sorry, it get copied all. Let me one remove the okay. Now we'll go and again except I have to pass, copy this except and go to the header section, pass it here, and the value you can take it and then you can pass it here. Okay, you can pass it here, right? So now the next part, this thing is done, name you have to pass, name and the description and the home page and the private, which we have already completed for the post method, right? So I will not go individually take, I will simply go and copy the things from here and go to the body and go to the raw and go to the select the JSON and paste it here, right? Now you want to update. Let's suppose I have pass update. I have updated the name of the repository and description. I also want to update and let's suppose home page also I want to update. Okay, now let's try to call. What mistake we are doing, guys? I think we can't change the name. I think let's try to move. Give me a second.
I think the name is primary key, so you cannot change that, because earlier also it was not allowing to create duplicate name.
Yeah, something we are doing.
It is primary key. Yeah, name you should not change, I think.
Yeah, we have mapped the URL correctly. Repos API owner and the repo means repo name. Okay, let me check this repo is exist or not. What is the repo name? ZEPO, something like that. Let me copy this repo name and guys, you can mute please. Copy this repo name and check this repo is exist or not. Yeah, this repo is exist, right? So this thing is correct. Something we are doing mistake here.
Header, except header we haven't passed.
Yeah, header we have passed here. So name, let me name as a only get repo and try to update. What it's asking? Not found. GitHub post repo repos API repos.
Might be home page. We are not supposed to update it because the page will be
That is
referring
actually
to.
part of the requirement, you can say. So you can do it actually. So somewhere we are doing silly mistake actually. We have to find. That's why mapping is very important.
Gosh, in the
HTTP is
URL, the dynamic was
Mhm.
owner, not owner name was there, not an org name. But we are passing the organization name, right? Is that the
Yeah,
same?
correct.
That is correct.
Sorry.
Actually, in the base URL, right, there was a owner, it was specified. But we are passing the organization name in there.
Yeah, organization name.
But is
So I have
that
passed the
owner and
organization.
no. There, owner only was there, right? Not organization is there. Is that both owner and organization is same?
Yeah. Both are actually same, I think, I believe. So give me a second. Let me cross check. Here you can see in the get call, same
Yeah, they
we
here
have used
there
actually.
here
Honor,
it was
honor
specified as
is the
organization.
login. This one.
Organization
This
name
is
is
the
only
honor. The
owner.
login. Yeah.
Okay.
So I will copy here and pass the same thing here. So what I will do here, let's do not update the something, not mapping correctly, because we have to read the requirement very carefully actually. After that you can just randomly, because we have passed everything correct. Which method it is, patch or put? Patch method it is. So repository all topics, edit, visibility, property of the secret, has issue, and here you can see that they have provided the dummy one API test repos. Octocode is an organization and hello world is the repo name, and you will get the data like that. Okay, so I have used the same thing here, not single thing I have missed it here. Single thing. Okay, let's try. We can do the one thing. We can try to create the new, and let's try to do it from the beginning. So this is the repo, and what repo name? Like suppose test API 123. Okay, and this is the description. This is the description. Okay, and let's try to private means false, means it is public. Okay, it is public. Has project true, let's suppose. Okay,
They
has
were
project.
because they were giving some URL. Don't we have to use that in patch request? Just shown that hello world URL. This hello world URL below.
Yeah.
Right. So don't we have to use this URL for patch request? This
Yeah,
That's
we have
just
used
their
the same
example.
URL. Huh?
Don't
We
we
have
have to
used
use
this
this?
base. No, why you have to use this one? Because this data is for the GitHub they have used actually. This is the dynamic, because this organization is belong to the GitHub actually. Okay, and
Okay.
this repo is belong to that particular person. How you can use the other person, organization, and the repository?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, so this is their organization and the repo. Can I use your organization and repository? I can't.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, let me try to create. So we have created, right? now what we will do, we will try copy this thing, and we'll try and pass this thing using the ID. You get the data, right? You get the data. Okay, so I will copy and paste the same thing here. In the header. I have passed the things. Let me copy the things actually correctly. Sometimes, you know, the space are very important. If you give some unnecessary space somewhere, it will you can pass the thing, and let me take the value. So copy this value and paste it here. Okay, now try to update. Somewhere we are doing one silly mistake. I think let's try
You
to
could, if you could use a new request, maybe some problem.
GitHub Docs API, GitHub API, REST API, Repos is there. Update a repository, but I don't know this supporting that feature or not. Thus they have added actually. So anyway, guys, means if you use the patch call, you can update the data. I don't know. They have added this thing in the requirement sheet, but it is not working. We have mapped the things correctly actually. I don't think we missed anything here. Octo patch repos URL honor, you can see repos, you can see hello world, and the name. Give me again, read this requirement. String name, the body, the name of the repository, short description. Yeah, everything is correct. Everything is correct. So I think, I don't know, guys, there is some issue from the GitHub side or what. So we are not able to hear this particular call. So the things is using the patch method, you can update your data. Okay, which we have already seen in previous requirement. Okay, so that if you update this thing, it will get updated here also. Okay, so this is all about the third requirement, right? And we can meet it. I think today is Friday, I think, right? Friday. So we will meet on Monday, and we will discuss the Swagger requirement. The Swagger requirement will not take much more time. After that, I will explain you where it is. Give me a second. After that, we can discuss the HTTP status code. Yeah, this one, which is very, very important in the real time. Okay, this one, we will discuss this concept actually. Okay, and we will also discuss how you can apply the scenario. Okay.
Because right now we are seeing this completely manual thing via Postman, right?
Yeah, manual thing, completely manual thing. No, we have not discussed anything regarding the automation.
Okay.
First we complete the manual stuff, and then we'll move to the automation side. Okay.
Yes, Vikash, that's perfectly fine.
Because if I directly switch to the automation, because the basic concept is very important, right?
Yes,
so
yes, I understand.
That's why. Yes, sir. Tell me.
So can I discuss my issue? Like of that
Yeah,
private
yeah.
repository.
Yeah, okay. So
Can I
guys,
share
the class is over. So on Monday, we can discuss the Swagger and the HTTP status code and how you can do the testing. After then, we can switch to the automation side. Okay. Yeah, guys, thank you.
Vikash,
Yeah, sir. Yeah, ma'am.
Because one general question, actually in real time, right? When once the project is approval and when we get this testing for API, as you told, like they will develop this web service and we are testing whether this web service in backend is working fine, right? After that, how will we test that front end also? Who will test it and how that happens?
Yeah, for that, in real time, we have the separate for the backend testing and the separate team for the front end testing. So after you are in the backend testing, that is you are doing the web service testing. So when the tester is, front end tester is also doing the front end testing along with you. Whenever developer has, because in the real time, the backend developer team had separate and front end developer team had separate. Okay, you will get the requirement of backend team, the backend, the REST API, right? So you don't worry about the things are working in the front end or not, right? Your only concern is it is working in the backend, right? So parallelly, the front end guys will also do in front end testing. You don't have worry about that thing is working in the front end or not. You have only responsible for the back end, the things which developer has implemented, it is working in the back end. Okay,
I was trying to understand whether
you don't have to check the front end. Actually, it is not your part of testing. So for the front end testing, we have the separate team, so they will do the front end testing. They will do the UI testing.
Okay, Vikash. Okay.
Yes, sir. Tell me.
I have created this private repository, but I'm not getting it in GET request. So see,
okay, can
this
you
is,
show me the request?
Yeah, this is the URL which I have given. API test org is my organization name. You can see like this is my organization name and API testing org, and I have currently I have 4 repository in which this is one private API repo which I created.
No, how do you created the private actually?
This I created by GitHub only, like manually by GitHub only.
Okay, you are not used the any APIs for that. You had created manually.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Fine.
Now I'm doing GET request. I'm getting only 2 repository name.
Okay. So could you please again go to the UI?
UI
means GitHub UI. GitHub UI. Okay. So go down. Go down. Sorry. Go up. Go up. Go up. Sorry. Go up.
So like in GET request, do
give me a second.
don't.
Give me a second. Give me a second, sir. What are the organization you have? Can you show me that organization name? Okay, this is your organization, API test org, and inside that you have created the multiple organization, multiple repository. Okay, now you can't go to the now you can go to the Postman. Now you can go there, and yeah, this is your okay. Now you can call this API, call this request.
Okay. In this no any header I have to give, like nothing.
Yeah, header. Okay, you have to pass the accept here. Accept and
application or what?
Yeah, you can copy from the requirement. Sir, it is no like that. You don't have to pass, sir. Accept. Please copy the same thing which I mentioned in the requirement.
Okay, 1 minute. Get repository. I will use this get organization.
Here you can see the accept is there. Okay.
Except is in header.
Yeah. And the value is application VND GitHub. You can copy this thing. Okay, go. Pass it here. And change the select checkbox and A as a small. In except A as a small, I think. Okay, now try to call.
This is showing capital.
Okay, then select that one. No problem. Now call this API. Now, what is your organization? What is your repository name?
I have 4 repository. See,
you can try to search private API repo. I think this one is manually you have created.
Yeah.
Private API repo. Control F. Simply type Control F. Control F.
Okay.
Yeah, type the name here. Type the, please careful about the case sensitive. Copy the exact name. Not PVT, sir. Private. I told you private. Private API repo. Okay, go to the repository.
It is, I think, not showing. No results. No repository. So, like it shows private repository if I do get all repository request.
Actually, this repository you have created manually, and you are getting the public one, right?
Yeah, public one I am getting.
Which you have created manually, right?
Yes. If you say
okay, give me a second. Go to the here. Go to the authorization. Authorization. Go and select bearer token. Pass the bearer token here, which you have saved.
Already there.
Yeah.
It is same.
Same?
Yeah, it is same. It is pre-filled.
Okay, now try to call. Now search. Now you can search. Control F, you can search.
Private API repo I'm getting.
So did you get answer why this thing was happening? So actually the repository which was created, it was public, and you can anyone can access, and you are trying to access the private also. So in that case it required the token. Okay, so that's why actually.
And it
I was creating yesterday repository, but I'm not able to create. I'm passing correct organization name also.
Okay, ma'am, I will come back to you. Any question more, sir?
Yeah. In Param also we need to enter like type private for getting filter.
Go through the requirements, sir. I have shared you the requirement sheet. You can go through the requirement sheet. So whatever the requirement says, I have already explained you. Like go to the repository and go top. So here you can use. So you can see without the query param, you can able to call. Now you can apply the query param like type, sort, ascending, descending, and other query param you can apply.
Okay. So in this, like in query param, I can give type private. Will it be fine?
Yeah, type private. Yeah. Okay.
To
Yes,
always enter key for accessing private key. For accessing private repository, like here
so
if
you
I
have
don't
type you have to type type and value as a private.
value and private, and also select this authorization and pass the token for this private posting. Okay, okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, ma'am. Tell me.
Yeah, I'll share my screen.
Yeah, go ahead, ma'am.
You can see my screen.
It's loading. Yes, I can.
Yeah, so this is my organization name, automation task. And I'm trying to create, but it's asking you need admin access to the organization before adding a repository to it.
Okay, so
I passed all the headers, authorization token also.
Is authorization token is correct?
Yes.
Okay, could you please go to the GitHub?
Yeah.
This is yeah, click on drop down. Okay, so you have passed the same name.
Yes, automation task.
Same name, even case sensitive.
Yes.
You have also taken
A
care of
is
that,
capital
right?
and T is capital. Yes.
Okay, now you can go to the. Can you hit this API? Go to the body. Okay, give me a second. Okay, go to the GitHub. Something. Go to the GitHub. Could you please again create one organization? Create an organization, the lower one. Yeah, go and create one new organization. Yeah. Pass the organization name. Email ID. Pass the valid email ID. Now select my account. Now go down, verify your account. Next. Okay, now copy this, now login, again login. Now go and copy the organization name which you have created. Now try to call.
Again the same.
Okay. Name, home name, private. You need admin access to before creating. Okay, you need the admin access. You need go.
All the organization.
Yeah, ma'am, go to the setting part. Go to the setting, GitHub setting. GitHub setting. Setting. Go down. Yeah. Go down and go to the developer setting.
This GitHub developer program.
No, not this one. On the left hand panel, you have one option. Go up. Yeah. Developer setting. Go up. Yeah. Click on that and click on personal token. personal access token. Yeah, generate a new token. Yeah, pass the name here, some unique name. Yeah, and select all the option. Select all the option. Go up, select all the, yeah, select all the checkbox.
Earlier, I haven't selected all these.
Yeah, that's the reason actually. Select all. Because this is the, you know, it's something like privilege you're getting. Generate token. Yeah, now you can copy this one, this token, and copy this token and go to your Postman and pass this token here. And you can save this token somewhere and try to call. Try to call.
Now getting.
Fine.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. So okay, we'll meet Monday. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye bye.